Hi, everybody, this is Crypto Rich, and in this video, we're going to be talking about freedom. Maybe I should call my channel Freedom Rich. I'm going to be speaking to someone who is out to make a difference to a massive community. They've already made loads and loads of difference, and they're out to expand it even further.
Using Wi-Fi without NordVPN could mean sharing your private stuff with more people than you think. NordVPN. Online security starts with a click.
The world has failed, I tell you. The world has failed yet again.
This is an extract of a much longer video. If you want to see the whole thing, go to bit.ly/CryptoRich3speak, bit.ly/CryptoRichOdyssee, or bit.ly/CryptoRichRumble. Hi, now before I introduce my guest, please subscribe, follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, join my official Telegram announcements channel. And if you're watching this on YouTube, stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Come and support my work on bit.ly/CryptoRich3speak, bit.ly/CryptoRichOdyssee, and also bit.ly/CryptoRichRumble. And I promise one day I'll get around to putting that up there. You can also follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, and join my official Telegram announcements channel. Links in the description below. Jerry, thank you so much for making yourself available. You are Dr. Jerry Waters. You are a GP in Ireland. And I think I've spoken to Anne McCloskey, who's a retired GP from Northern Ireland, and Dr. Pat Morrissey, who's a current GP from Cork. He's been on my channel a couple of times. Fabulous, fabulous people. But you're a GP who's retired and who's going to be running for election or something. Do you want to say a little bit? You're not retired. Okay, say a little bit about yourself before I make up lots of things about you.
Yeah, it'd be a good idea if we define who I am. I'm a suspended GP.
Suspended?
I'm suspended from the medical register in March 2021 because I refused to administer.
Well, you mean like measles vaccine, or do you mean
the what is it? The soup, as some people refer to it, the unmentionable one.
Okay. Why did you refuse to administer them? Because it was safe and effective. Pfizer told us that.
Exactly. That's why, because Pfizer told us that. If anybody else had told us, in fact, the governments told us, I didn't believe them. Yeah, I tell you, I just run through who I am. Yes. I'm a bus driver's son from a corporation house in Drimna, just out in Dublin. I worked for a number of years between doing my leaving, which would be the equivalent of A-levels, and I worked as a lorry driver and a bus conductor and a JCB driver. I worked on building sites. I did lots of things. I then decided that I was probably that I had a destiny beyond working on a building site. So I went back, resat my leaving cert, and got sufficient points to get into Galway University. I put myself through medical school totally, absolutely, no grants, no nothing. Worked during the summers, worked my butts off, double shifts, and got through college, straight through university. Ended up in 1977 qualifying with a wife and 2 children after living in a 16-foot caravan, a 24-foot mobile home, and corporation flats. So all this is documented. This sounds all a bit like Walter Mitty kind of stuff, but this is the truth. This is all documented. This is all provable. I then went on to start studying surgery, loved the cut and thrust of surgery, loved A&E, loved the excitement of that, but decided from my children's point of view, it would be better as to go into general practice. Switched to general practice after doing a bit of psychiatry and obstetrics and geriatrics, and switched into general practice and spent 40 years as a GP in Selbridge, just outside Dublin, in a single-handed practice. Took 3 holidays in that period. Was absolutely madly in love with being a GP. Loved the concept of service, and as I've always said, I have a personality disorder. I need to be needed. I love being needed. I love the privilege of being allowed into people's lives. Like, what a privilege for a bus driver's son to be allowed into people's lives when they need me. That was such a fabulous feeling. Then in 2020, I realized that there was no virus in the community at all. There was no virus worthy of a lockdown, masking, social distancing. It just wasn't there. I'd done 40 previous winters. I'd been through 40 previous flu seasons. I'd written death certs on all sorts of people and situations, and realized that there was no virus worthy of the lockdowns.
Right.
And start telling my patients that. Nobody, I've challenged Leo Varadkar, he's also a qualified GP. I've offered him €10,000 to debate me on the genesis of COVID, the pathogenicity of COVID, and the government's reactions. I would give €10,000. He doesn't have to win. Just debate me on this. I would give €10,000 to his favorite charity. I'll give it to him. I don't care. He won't take me up on that.
This is an extract of a much longer video. If you want to see the whole thing, go to bit.ly/CryptoRich3speak, bit.ly/CryptoRich Odyssey, or bit.ly/CryptoRich Rumble.